and welcome to Hidden Intelligence Inside a Modern Car, a masterclass series on automotive networking. Episode 6. A modern autonomous vehicle may generate several terabytes of data every day, gigabits of sensor information every second, continuous communication between cameras, radar, LiDAR, ECUs, and AI processors. Now imagine trying to transmit all the data through classical CAN. Impossible. As vehicles evolved into intelligent mobility platforms, AI-driven systems, and software-defined architectures, the automotive industry faced a major challenge. Traditional automotive communication protocols were no longer sufficient. This led to one of the biggest transformations in vehicle electronics. Automotive Ethernet. Today we will deeply explore why Ethernet entered vehicles, automotive Ethernet architecture, real-time communication challenges, time-sensitive networking, zonal vehicle architectures, software-defined vehicles. This is the communication backbone for the future automotive industry. Why automotive Ethernet became necessary? Traditional automotive networks like CAN, LIN, FlexRay were designed primarily for controlling communication, low to medium bandwidth systems, and distributed ECUs. But modern intelligent vehicles introduce multiple cameras, radar systems, LiDAR, AI-based processing, high-definition infotainment, and over-the-air updates. These systems generate enormous data volumes. For example, let's take an ADAS camera. A single automotive camera can generate hundreds of Mbps to several Gbps. Now imagine 8 cameras, radar, ultrasonic sensors, LiDAR, and central AI processor. The communication demand becomes massive. We all know the limitation of traditional networks. LIN up to 20 kbps, CAN up to 1 Mbps, CAN FD up to 8 Mbps, and FlexRay up to 10 Mbps. The speed is insufficient for autonomous driving, sensor fusion, and real-time video transfer. Thus, the industry required very high bandwidth, scalable architecture, and standardized networking. This led to automotive Ethernet. Automotive Ethernet is a specialized adaptation of standard Ethernet technology designed for vehicles. They provide high-speed communication, reduced wiring complexity, scalable architecture, and IP-based networking support. Traditional Ethernet was originally designed for office networks, computer communication, but not for real-time safety-critical systems. Thus, automotive engineers modified Ethernet significantly. The benefits of automotive Ethernet are high bandwidth, to 10 Gbps and beyond. This enables camera streaming, AI processing, and autonomous system communication. Second one is reduced wiring. Traditional Ethernet uses multiple twisted pairs, whereas automotive Ethernet uses single pair Ethernet, SPE. The benefits are reduced weight, low cost, simplified harnessing. Vehicle weight reduction directly improves fuel efficiency and EV range. It provides IP-based communication. Automotive Ethernet supports TCP/IP, UDP, service-oriented communication. This enables over-the-air updates, cloud connectivity, and vehicle to everything V2X communication. Automotive Ethernet architecture. Modern Ethernet-based vehicle architectures use star topology. Each ECU is connected to central switch, domain controller, and zonal gateway. Why star topology? Compared to canvas architecture, star topology provides higher bandwidth, easier fault isolation, better traffic management, and dedicated communication path. However, there are few engineering challenges with the traditional Ethernet. Traditional Ethernets are non-deterministic, packet collisions possible, and unpredictable latency. But automotive Ethernet systems require real-time deterministic behavior, especially in brake-by-wire, autonomous driving, and ADAS systems. This problem led to time-sensitive networking. TSN stands for time-sensitive networking. It is one of the most important advancements in automotive Ethernet. TSN provides deterministic communication, guaranteed latency, time synchronization, and traffic prioritization over Ethernet networks. Why determinism matters? Imagine a braking command delayed unpredictably. Every milliseconds matter. Thus, communication timing must be predictable, guaranteed, and synchronized. The key features of TSN are time synchronization. All nodes share common network time. This enables coordinated communication. The second feature is traffic scheduling. Critical traffic reserved transmission windows. For example, brake commands gain higher priority compared to infotainment traffic. The third one is traffic shaping. This controls packet flow, congestion, and latency behavior. TSN is critical for autonomous driving, sensor fusion, centralized AI processing, and real-time control systems. TSN transforms Ethernet from general-purpose networking to deterministic real-time industrial communication. This is the major technical breakthrough. Next comes the domain and zonal architectures. Vehicle architectures are evolving rapidly. In older vehicles, traditional architecture, many distributed ECUs, massive wireless harness, and it's a function-based distribution. The problems that arise were heavy wiring, complex integration, and high cost. In domain architecture, systems are grouped into domains: powertrain, ADAS, body control, infotainment. Each domain is controlled by a domain controller connected via Ethernet backbone. However, in a zonal architecture, instead of grouping the ECUs by function, systems are grouped by physical vehicle location. Example like front left zone, front right zone, rear zone. This dramatically reduces wiring length, vehicle weight, and manufacturing complexity. Zonal architecture supports centralized computing, software-defined vehicles, scalable upgrades, and high-speed data distribution. Companies like Tesla, BMW, Mercedes, and VW are rapidly adopting this approach. Vehicles are transitioning from hardware-centric systems to software-defined platforms. What is an SDV? A software-defined vehicle allows features controlled via software, over-the-air functionality upgrades, and continuous feature evolution. Example, a vehicle can gain new driving modes, improved ADAS features, and enhanced battery management through software updates. Ethernet enables SDV because SDVs require massive data exchange, centralized computing, cloud integration, and service-oriented communication. Because of this, automotive Ethernet becomes essential. Today, we explored why Ethernet entered automotive systems, limitations of traditional automotive protocols, automotive Ethernet architecture, single pair Ethernet, time-sensitive networking, domain and zonal architecture, and software-defined vehicles. The automotive industry is no longer evolving mechanically, it is evolving computationally. Modern vehicles are becoming distributed computing platforms, AI-enabled mobility systems, real-time communication ecosystems. As automotive engineers, understanding Ethernet and SDV architecture is no longer optional, it is the foundational for the future of mobility engineering. If you like this masterclass series, stay connected for more videos on hidden intelligence inside a modern car.